Probably the most fun I've ever had with my family is when we go on vacation every year to Missouri, and we canoe and swim, fish, and dive off cliffs. That's probably the most fun I've ever had.
The one thing I like to do with my family most is usually spending quality time with them, because everybody's so busy, school and work and things, but usually it's just the little things, the board games at Christmas time, or the vacations, canoeing, laughing at one another, tipping. It's great times.
Probably the most fun I have with my family is when we go on vacation and we're just like away from everybody else, because then we just get to spend more time with them and talk a lot more, and nobody's really there to disturb us. So.
My favorite family memory, or what I like to do with my family, is travel. And one year when we went to Florida, we go to this place called Tarpon Springs. They have a whole bunch of stuff there. And we ate at a Greek restaurant that we eat at every year we go to Florida. And we had this waiter, and my mom didn't want to try something. And he got her in a headlock, and he opened her mouth like that, and then he just stuffed it in there. But she was like closing. It was really, really funny. And then he did it to my brother. It was a big mess. And then he tried to do it to Nixon, but Nixon ran out of the place. It was.
I was sitting here trying to think of, it's different fun times I've had with my family. That time we went to Holiday World or something cheesy. But the best thing that I can think of is just, sitting at home, we're eating supper, it's raining outside, and bam, the power goes out. And so, we get 15 candles all huddled in a corner. And those are the times we decide to read or something dumb like that. And someone will say something just completely that makes no sense, I don't know, and we'll just start making fun of each other, I guess. Just joking around. It's like, usually mom and dad are at work or something, and we don't usually get a lot of family time, but, when the power's out, what are you going to do?
During the day, really the only time we're all together is in the evenings, because of all of our schedules and everything, and then especially when I'm in school. But usually my mom or Jim will make dinner, of course, and then we just kind of sit around, and I'm considered the stupid one in my family, so I get made fun of the most, and so they like to laugh at me and make fun. So that's probably enjoyable for them, but not so much for me. And we make fun of my mom sometimes, just for humor, because she's not the best singer in the world. I mean, I'm sure God thinks it's pretty, but we don't. And so she sings really crazy, and so me and my sister always make fun of her, and so we have fun with that. But we just make jokes with each other, and we just have a lot of fun.
Well, some of the best things I like doing is when we go out and travel around to St. Louis or something, and we're going to different malls and stuff and going to different stores. And best part is when you get to hang out with your goofy dad, and always wears goofy stuff and shows off the clothes that you want to buy. And always have a mom that always is against your dad and says, no, I think that looks dumb or stupid on you, and your dad is acting funny.
The most fun thing that I do with my family is pretty much anywhere. It's not a particular place we go. It's anytime we're all together, we all pick on Allison. From Big Tommy to Little Tommy to even my mom, we make fun of the jokes that Allison doesn't get, or just make jokes about Allison in general. And that is probably the most fun I have with my family.
Okay, well, I always have a lot of fun whenever we go out to eat. Usually we just... Mom doesn't cook, so we go out to eat. It's pretty much how that goes down. And we get to talk, and there's no TV or anything, and so we just sit and talk about our days or something, And Andrew usually makes fun of me, which isn't always that fun, but then it gets everyone laughing, and I eventually get over it and I laugh at myself. So that's pretty fun, too. And, yeah.
Well, I work with my dad every day, and it's normally a pretty fun time sometimes. We always laugh and have a good time, or laugh at each other. Normally it's them making fun of me for not being as smart as they are. And but we always have a good time. And one of my favorite parts of the day with my family is eating lunch. My mom is like the best cook in the world, and so she cooks for all of us and all of us guys, and we go in and we have a pretty good meal and talk about what we got to do, and it's just family time really. It's pretty much the best part of the day. We joke and have a good time, get serious if it needs to be, and we just kind of talk about life sometimes. And but it's always a good time. You never know what's going to happen out on the farm.
Some of the most memorable times I've had is we have movie nights every Tuesday night, and my mom always cooks a lot of food, and my dad doesn't watch movies a lot with us, but when there's a funny one he watches, and the thing I like about it is when he laughs, because it's just, it's just silent, and his laugh is like, I'll do it, but he goes like that real loud, and I mean, I don't even laugh at the movie, I just watch the movie to laugh when he laughs. And other memories is we're big into physical sports, wrestling and stuff, and Dad he always tries to come up and pick fights with me, and I start fighting back, and he's like, Becky, help me, and and so my mom's like, Alberto, and those are some of the most fun memories I have with my family. So